Okay, we are going to look at going the opposite direction. So the last few days we have been multiplying binomials or polynomials to get a given polynomial. Today we're going to go the other way. We're going to do what's called factoring. And let's review, first of all, how to multiply a polynomial. Okay, so when I am doing this, I'm going to multiply this times this. I'm going to double distribute things in. So if I distribute this 7v times v, I get 7v squared. And if I do 7v times 1, I get plus 7v. Okay? Fantastic. If I do my positive 3 times v squared, I get 3v squared, and it's positive. And then if I do 3 times negative v, I get negative 3v. And then I do 3 times my negative 6, I get negative 18. Okay? Easy peasy so far. Am I done? No, I'm not done. So I need to look at my like terms. I've got a v squared here, and I've got a v squared here. So those combine together by addition, and I get 10v squared. Okay? And then I've got a positive v here and a negative v here, so those are going to add together. 7v plus negative 3v gives me positive 4v. And then I have nothing to go with my constant, so I simply bring it down. Okay? So multiplying a monomial by a binomial, combining like terms, and so on. So we're going to look at this answer, and we're going to figure out, not with this specific one, but we're going to do less than 8/6, and what we're going to do is we're going to factor, and factor's our new word, and to factor our polynomial, we're going to reverse distribute. Okay, so we're going to distribute this backwards, and we're going to use the box method, and it'll be much easier, and that's why I kind of said, hey, make sure you know how to do that box method. Okay? To do reverse distribution, we have to find, or we have to remove the GCF. So underneath number 2 on your note sheet, write this down. So we're going to remove our GCF. Remember, that is not a C. What am I doing? Our GCF. Remember, our GCF is our greatest common factor. Greatest common factor. Okay? So the greatest common factor is found in this by 2 things. You're going to look for the largest number, or you're going to remove, the largest number that both these numbers have in common. So what can you divide both of these by? What's the biggest number that you can divide both of those? If you're looking for the largest number that goes into both numbers. Or all numbers, because there might be more than 2. Okay? So that's your first step, to find your greatest common factor. You're also looking for what is the smallest variable, or smallest exponent on the variables. Okay, so those are what you're looking for. Largest number that goes into all numbers, and the smallest exponent on all the variables. Okay? So, what's my greatest common factor here? I'm going to box this up. Yeah, I want the plus sign in with the 18, sorry. So be specific on that. Make sure your signs are in with the number behind it. Okay? Let's see, I can divide both these numbers by 9. So 9 is the largest number because I can't divide this by 18. 6. I can divide this by 6. I can't divide that by 6. 9 is bigger than 6. So 9 is my biggest number. Okay, I can divide 18 by 3. I can divide 27 by 3. But 9 is bigger than 3, so 9 is it. Okay, 9 is my largest number. Okay, smallest variable, exponent of the variables. Here I've got a 2, here I've got a 1. What's my smallest number? 1. So 9y is my greatest common factor. That's what I'm going to take out. I need to remove it from here and remove it from here. How are we going to do that? What operation are we going to do? We're going to divide. Okay, we are going to divide by our greatest common factor. So if I divide 27y squared by 9y, what do I get? 27 divided by 9 is 3. Y squared divided by y will give me a y left over because I'm going to do the 2 minus my imaginary 1 here. Okay? Fantastic. If I divide 18y by 9y, 18 divided by 9 is 2, positive 2. And y divided by y, those y's will cancel, so I'm done. Okay, cool. So now how do I write my answer? What I did was I factored out the greatest common factor, and then I divided that from my original problem to find out what my other polynomial is. Happens to be a binomial. And now I'm going to write my answer down. My greatest common factor times 3y plus 2. Because if you remember correctly, when we were multiplying using the box method, we wrote our things on the outside, and then I multiplied these two terms to get this term, and I multiplied these two terms to get this term. Sorry about get rid of the 2. Okay? So here we go. This is my factored form. It is important that you know what these words mean, because if you don't, you won't know how to do this. You won't know how to follow instructions on what you need to do for specific problems. Okay? Questions? Write them down. If you don't understand right now, write down your questions. Okay. First step, find our greatest common factor. Okay, let's box this up. It's a trinomial, so I've got my first box, and I've got my second box. Again, the sign goes with the thing that's behind it. Let's see. I can divide 8 by 4, but I can't divide 2 by 4. I can divide 2 by 2, 4 by 2, 8 by 2. So my highest number I can divide by is 2. What's the lowest exponent on a's? So you're going to do this term by term. So my 2's, my a's, and my b's. It's my lowest variable on my a's, 1, or my lowest exponent. And my lowest exponent is 1 right here in this 2ab, right? Okay, so I'm going to remove my 2ab. So 2ab times what gives me negative 4a squared? In other words, divide that, okay? Negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. A squared divided by a is a. B divided by b is, oh, those will cancel. Excellent. Okay, now go to your next term. Negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4. A divided by a will cancel. B squared divided by b gives me b. Okay. 2 divided by 2 is 1. A divided by a is 1. B divided by b is 1. 1 times 1 times 1 is 1, and it's positive. So now I've factored this. Now I need to go one step further and I need to write it in factored form. Okay, I'm going to write my monomial by whatever my polynomial is. So negative 2a minus 4b plus 1. Boom. Done. Okay? All right. We've got one left. Remember to box it up. Find your GCF, divide it out, write it in factored form. Come with this done, and we'll go from there. Don't make this hard. Write down any questions, and we'll do a worksheet in class. God bless.